Hello, hello, hello. We are so excited. I am so excited. I know I keep saying I'm so excited every episode, but for real, this one, I really am excited because I have a special guest for you all today. So, welcome once again to Inflection Point. My name is Yvonne Njeri, and at Inflection Point, we tell stories from entrepreneurs on their journeys for business, startup, how they've built their ventures, and how they've had to change and grow along the way. So welcome, Karibuni. As I said, I'm very excited because I have my good old friend here with me today. I'll ask her to introduce herself in a minute. Her name is Susan, and to also say what she does. She's in banking and finance. So, Susan, thank you so much for agreeing to come. I'm so excited.
You're welcome.
All right, Susan, let me give you a chance to introduce yourself nicely.
Thank you, my dear Yvonne. This feels like just a girlfriend chat, right?
Yeah, it is actually a girlfriend chat. It's a continuation of all the conversations we've been having over the years.
Fantastic. Thank you for inviting me to Inflection Point, and it's such a pleasure to be here with you all today.
Yeah.
I'm Susan.
Yes.
Simply Susan. I've known Yvonne for a couple of years. I am
a couple,
just a couple of years since, that's the best way I can put it.
Let me tell you guys, I met Susan when I was 10 years old in primary school. So when she says a couple of years, I don't know what that means. It's been a little bit more than a couple.
Oh, well, we're not aging, right?
No, we're still young.
Yes,
Let's
be careful
absolutely.
the words we use. So it's just a couple of years.
Very true.
But yes, I am Susan. I'm glad to be here at Inflection Point.
Yes.
I have been a career banker for more than 20 years. I've been a corporate banker, and now I'm a consultant in the trade finance space. Yep. I'm excited to be here with you today.
I love it. And the reason I asked you to come, Susan, was because I like the way you run your business. I've told you this.
Yes, you have.
I like the way you run your business.
Yes, you have.
And a lot of the conversations we have here at Inflection Point are also about transition. How do you move from formal corporate employment to running your own thing?
Yes.
And that sort of thing. So I just want you to tell us a little bit about your journey.
Yes.
How did you move from being a banker, being employed within a bank, to running your own thing?
Wow. That's a good one. And thank you. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I must say mine wasn't where people say I had a 10-year plan, this was the direction I was taking and all. That wasn't me. I would say God had it aligned. There's a job I got after a very long time in the banking sector. And I kid you not, they were offering me consulting terms. And I was like, no. I want permanent and pensionable. And that began the journey of me being a consultant.
Okay.
And I'm glad that this company did that for me. Because they walked me through, they held my hand, they guided me. And it's not something that comes easily, especially when you've been in a particular sector for so long. You're so used to the rigors of, the 9 to 5, the reporting lines, the group structures, and God knows what else. So yes, that's how I started my journey.
Okay.
Yes.
So what was different when you're doing this consulting terms? And what was like give us practically what was different?
So what was different for me was many things. First, the flexibility of time. I mean, I when I started this job, I had to choose the office where I was working. Yeah. I had to choose the hours. I had to quote my rate. Right? We are used to getting employment. I was used before that.
Yeah.
An employment letter that just tells me my price.
Yeah.
And that was quite a process. Yeah. And then reporting to an office and expecting there to be people.
Yeah.
But then I was crafting an office. I was crafting a strategy for a certain market that I was in charge of. And that was the journey.
Okay.
So you start afraid, you go to the office and you're like, wait, I haven't done anything today. What does that mean? To then looking for like-minded people or just asking the questions and then moving along.
So you entered a space that was relatively unknown, or unstructured, and you brought in the structure.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yes, I did.
That's interesting.
And it was exciting.
Yeah. So how long ago was this?
Whoa. Can I remember now? But maybe 7, 8 years ago.
7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And along the 7 and 8 year journey, have you
Yes.
had to change, or are you still
Quite.
doing the same things you were
Quite.
doing 8 years ago? You've
Quite,
changed.
quite. There's been a lot of change as we went along. And I think the one thing with life, change is constant.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
to accept that. So the first change for me was, like I mentioned, a company took me into it.
Yeah.
So there was that comfort. And with time, it was easier when you're saying you're speaking for XYZ.
Yeah.
And then, because of some global matters that happened, I don't want to say exactly which ones, so
Yeah.
it doesn't pin down the organization. There was a change. Now my contract, I mean, even the strategy for the markets I was covering was changing. And then I had to work for Susan. As in, Susan was waking up to work for just Susan, not consulting for firm X or Y. Then thereafter, I moved to another company also, which still used my services as a trading, as an expert in trade finance and correspondent banking, which is my line of business. But yes, that was again another transition.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing in all these changes is, at the end of the day, I had to ask, what am I doing for Susan? What am I
So
doing?
you put yourself first.
It wasn't easy, but I had to.
You had to.
I had to.
Okay.
Yes.
That's nice. And you had to build your own brand.
I had to build my own. I had to acknowledge that I was a brand on my own. You know, there's building, but there's also acknowledging. I had to acknowledge that Susan
Yeah.
is a brand, you
Yes.
know, that Susan has this expertise
Yes.
and can do this business.
Yes.
It's not easy to do, to be very
Yeah.
sincere, but that's what happened.
Okay.
And it made it easier when I moved into the second company, because even with that company, I still had the leeway to do my own. There was very clear parameters of what I could do. And that kind of emboldened me. Along the way, there's been cases where you're tempted to set up your own other enterprise, and I've had a couple of that. But I find myself veering back to trade finance and correspondent banking, which comes easy for me.
Yeah.
But finance is a beautiful world. There's a
Yeah.
lot of beautiful things to do
Yeah.
in that space. Yes.
You see, that's how we know this is your calling. Me, I'd never say finance is a beautiful it's a beautiful world. I'm like, finance is confusing world.
Yeah.
So this
Too many numbers.
Too many numbers. So this is definitely your calling.
Yeah,
And I like what you said about acknowledging yourself.
Yes.
Because I think now, from the time I was in banking, I was in marketing, but
Yes.
in banking.
Yes.
But I know even from those days and from the circles that I'm currently in, you have
Yes.
a very good reputation.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
how have you managed to solidly build that reputation over time? What have you taken? Have you been active about it, or has it just happened by chance?
Well, there's a bit of intentionality. So there was a period I did sign up for some Harvard courses, why? What I missed from my corporate banking life was training. We were always exposed to training.
Yes.
We complained then, but
Yeah.
there's something it did.
Yeah.
So remember COVID, there was a lot of Harvard free courses.
Yes.
It triggered, but I actually went for a course where I had to pay for it.
Okay.
And sign up, and that there was a shift there.
Yes.
Where then you ask, why are you doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
Right? It made me go back into reading again. It made me be intentional about the spaces I actually network in.
Okay.
Yes. So
you've
there was
really-
intentionality, but also there's been very good, I've been blessed. I've been having very good, I'd call them mentors or people along the way who nudged me, open doors where I didn't expect. You get a phone call, hey, XYZ needs you. I've told them, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Collaboration with other consultants in the same space. Who are clear, that's a beauty. You're not competing, you're complementing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that made it easier to grow.
I like that. So you have a lot of collaborations.
Yes.
Referrals.
Yes.
People speaking for you.
Yes.
And I think that's the power of good reputation.
Thank you.
Because then your name kind of goes ahead of you.
Yes.
And people can actually look for you, even when you're not yourself there in the room. I think that's amazing.
I've had someone say, you need to pray for the people who speak your name in boardrooms where you aren't. And I am a beneficiary of that.
Yeah.
I'm a huge beneficiary, and
I
I'm
like
grateful.
it.
Yes. So yes, I've moved on, and I have also my own trading house. I mean, not trading house, sorry. This trade finance. You see, everything I say, I just want to say trade and trade and trade. Because trade is exciting. if you look at our market, our economy right now, what are we doing? There's trade. You're moving maize from here to there. You're doing so much. And it's exciting. It cuts across all sectors. So you can think of the guy who wakes up to go to Gikomba to just maybe sell greens that are coming from up country. You can think of the guy who's aggregating this to produce something. There's all those options. It's exciting. It's across the whole economic spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, any grand plans for yourself? Next, I don't know, 2 years. Do we say 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? What are you
Wow.
looking to get to? If there's a point in the future that you could look to.
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. There's a book I read. Let me try and remember the title. It's called, forgive me for not remembering, Re-engineer Your Life. Yeah? Yes, Reverse Engineer Your Life.
Oh, who's it by?
I have forgotten.
Okay.
This is my problem.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to see my ears.
No, we'll see. No,
Is
we've
it
agreed.
a book or is it an article? But anyway, it's about reverse engineering your life.
Okay.
And a former colleague shared, and I found it profound, where essentially, and that's to answer you, where am I going to?
Yeah.
I want to live my ideal life day by day with an ideal day, which means working on my strengths. I'm not a very early morning person, but I'm also very relational. So build the businesses that I work with to the next level, to a point where, maybe I'm hiring a few more people, helping across various segments, cross-cultural actually, going to more countries than Kenya or East Africa. That's what I'm keen on, growing the brand.
I like it.
Continuing to collaborate.
Yeah.
It's a big word in what I do, collaborating with institutions who know what they're doing, who are interested in Africa and the Africa trade story, which is a very beautiful story. Yes.
I love it. And then finally, last question.
Yes.
If there's someone who's trying to get into this field or on a journey, they may be just starting a journey that's similar to yours, do you have a tip or something that you could share with them to encourage them along the way?
Wow, I like that. Do it afraid, but do it anyway.
Do it afraid, but do it anyway.
That's what I'd say. Do it anyway, because you cannot rely on the next person. I might see you and like your story, but it's not my story. So even if you're afraid, that thing that keeps waking you up, that you keep thinking of, that your mind, is just focused on. There's this talk about passion. That's what passion is. That comes so easily for you. Just do it. Get into it and do it. You'll be afraid. It's okay. Face your fears.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do it.
And I guess we rarely have the chance where everything is just nice and proper, all ducks in a row.
Yes.
You can see everything as it's happening. So I like the idea of doing it afraid. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And things unfold as you do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the power of working, the networks. That's why I keep talking about collaboration. It's fantastic. It's blessed. Don't struggle to do it alone.
So ask for help.
Thank you.
Collaborate. Use your network.
Yes.
I think one of the things that, and I'm so glad you've brought this up, one of the things I think we struggle a bit with as women is that networking. We don't know how to leverage our networks.
Yes.
We actually know very many people.
Yes, we do.
We have very good relationships.
We sit down and have tea with them, but we will not pick up the phone and say, hey, this is what I need, And I think that's something there has to be intentionality.
Yeah.
How intentional are you in who you're engaging with or who you're connecting with? Yeah. I think that's important.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a golden nugget right there.
Thank you,
networking.
Like showing up at Inflection Point,
Yes.
This is a big one for me. I mean, I've never done a podcast.
Yeah.
And I think even if I try to run away from you I could come up I could come up with very plausible excuses, but hey, I'm glad I came here. Yeah.
No, that's great. And I think this is a really good place to end.
Fantastic.
So thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate your time. Thank you for sharing your insights, your experience with us.
Yes.
And we wish you and your business all the best. May you create this empire. We're looking forward to seeing this empire come
thank you from your lips to God's ears, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We do appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Thank you for joining us once again for such an interesting conversation with Susan. I hope you've picked up a nugget or two. I have. I absolutely loved what she said about doing it afraid, and also the little nugget on networking. I think especially for women that this is a really golden nugget for us. We need to leverage our networks, pick up the phone, call people, and just use and leverage our relationships to grow and advance our businesses. So I hope you've learned something. I look forward to hearing from you. There's an email below if you have any feedback, any comments for me, or someone you'd like for us to invite onto the show. Please feel free to let me know. Thank you, and see you next time on Inflection Point. Bye.